It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll be watching Terry McLaurin, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Blues and the Cowboys, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 24.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here, as it'll be the Blues of St. Louis taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. On the other side of the field, for our visitors here, their head coach has got to believe it in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed, and played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile, and tough to tackle. The best part about his game, leadership and being a great teammate.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Well, you get a look at their key inactives for this week's game, and Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line. So you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, the guys available have to step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity.
They go play action with Brissett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. It's a big play there on third down. 45 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Brissett to throw on first. The throw here, right sideline, falls incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I want to see this offense try to spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
Sly able to put this one through. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time, and it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jalen Tolbert with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, and even better run for big yardage.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd and 7. Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 3rd and 19. Throwing, Brissett. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Pollard, he'll take it up the gut. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Prescott to throw it. That's dumped off to Pollard. So no gain on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That's into the hands of Tolbert. There he goes left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
1st down, Prescott. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, That play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, Button? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Saw the linebacker Damone Clark coming through with a stop. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, Brissett. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Brissett. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
That's good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
1st down, and it's Pollard again. Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down. But you look at this defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say you're not going to cross that. For most of them, it's 100 yards of total offense. They didn't quite accomplish that, but still a pretty darn good game last week. Just over 100 yards of total offense given up.
3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Prescott. That is caught. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Prescott. This throw left side is caught by Tolbert. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
A first down throw for Brissett. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. St. Louis football here to begin quarter number 2. 2nd and 6 as they've got it as we resume action. On second down, a run to Gibson.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league can support it quite well, where you can move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
Brissett's throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, Brissett.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson. He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not
under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Micah Parsons has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Slide able to put this one through.
And that'll bring them back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you're playing on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you, get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Play fake. Here's Prescott.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now Brissett. Got an open man, it's Pringle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The ball on the 32, it's 2nd and 2.
At the 32-yard line.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 5.
Brissett now. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Under pressure, and they got to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 31 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Prescott on 1st down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, that was big right there, because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. They'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
2nd down and 4.
Here's Prescott.
He's got it complete to Tolbert.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Throwing, Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
And his kick here is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Play action now. Brissett.
Looking for Dodson, and he's got him.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Brissett to throw on 1st. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Brissett's throw taken in by Pringle.
Only able to gain a couple there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Here's Brissett.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. From the red zone now, Brissett
going right back to Dodson.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Brissett again. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
Micah Parsons. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Brissett.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy Thanksgiving again to everybody at home as we take a look ahead to what's coming up both later today and this weekend. One of the best of the early games, we'll highlight it there. The Giants in for a stern test at home at MetLife Stadium as they'll have to contend with the New England Patriots. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being in Philadelphia, where we find the Eagles taking on the Buffalo Bills. And finally, Sunday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the LA Chargers. The Cowboys were treated to a fine first half from number 4, quarterback Dak Prescott. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
This one down to the 40-yard line.
An injury stoppage here, and you hope this is nothing serious. That's Dak Prescott who is shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Now Lance.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
Chase Young
with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
A 2nd down throw for Brissett.
This one complete to Tunyon underneath.
And he's out right at the 25.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 44-yard line.
Gibson again.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, Brissett. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Brissett.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To throw, Brissett.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Brissett.
Back to Gibson and another catch for him.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Brissett. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
1st down, Brissett. Being chased out left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
At the Cowboys' 16-yard line.
Brissett now. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
A 33-yarder from the left hash.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that'll bring him back within a point. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has. That offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
Unable to corral him. He fights through.
Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Dallas offense set for this next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
again here with Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Prescott. That is caught. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott.
That's dumped off to Pollard.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And McLaurin, the motion man right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down, Blues.
A handoff for Gibson. And he'll get this to the 32.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
32-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7. That's the end of the
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington.
Here's 2nd and 7.
And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
They go play action with Brissett.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Blues.
Play fake, Brissett.
This one complete to Tunyon underneath.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Takes this one back into the end zone.
trying to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From the end zone, here's Pringle. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air.
Short throw here to tight end Bates.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 27.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. A 1st down throw for Brissett. And his throw here is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all games. They went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Brissett.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch.
And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field.
Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And he will find his man on the in route. Complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 8-yard line.
To throw is Prescott.
Right back to Tolbert. And the Cowboys are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Prescott to throw it. Touchdown!
Jalen Tolbert.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Here's Brissett. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Blues.
A give running right, Gibson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Brissett sets to throw it. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Cowboys' 37.
Here's Brissett. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Throwing. Prescott. Pressure comes and down he goes. Chase Young picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
This is fielded at the 27. call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 15. 2:10 on the clock. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. Brissett to throw on first.
And he's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Brissett. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Here's 2nd down. Brissett.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
Jake Ferguson.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. This has just really been a solid 2nd half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Byron Pringle now to return it. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Again, it's Brissett. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the 2nd half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Dallas, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.